Ladies and gentlemen, this stream is now in session of 1362, Gamer Law presiding. And welcome to Persona 5 Strikers. Panic and NAB, welcome to the courtroom. How are you two doing? Alright, I think we've done everything we needed to do. I'm still angry that they didn't give us
Take a look around. Thank you.
move faster. Run, that's the word I want. Run option in the overworld, but whatever, I guess. So yeah. We've defeated the Prince of Darkness. So now it's time for a new jail, I guess. After some time, Zenkichi came to the hideout.
And that about sums up Natsume's confession.
So once people friended him through Emma, they'd become his fans.
It's just like what Alice said.
And Natsume's smartphone worked the same as Alice's, too. There wasn't anything off about the Emma app or the phone itself.
So we got nothing again?
Correctamundo.
I didn't say that. Just like before, there were traces of someone snooping around in there.
For real?
Oh, we're starting early there, Ryuji. Natsume have a stalker too.
No, I'd say this confirms that we're dealing with something much bigger than a stalker.
So the same occurred with Natsume's phone as well.
Well, any idea who it is?
No.
Sorry, I got nothing. All I found were traces.
So Alice and Natsume were being watched by someone. Hey, Zenkichi, did the police know about that?
Huh? Did they, Zenkichi?
No. The only reason we know this guy exists is because Sakura sifted through Alice's smartphone.
You mean Futaba?
So aside from the fact that they both used Emma, this mystery observer is the only thing linking Alice and Natsume together. If the police didn't know that, why would they assume these two cases are related?
Because of the raving fanatics popping out of the ground?
Well, these are some very peculiar cases. But mainly, it boils down to the nature of the crimes and the timing.
The timing?
All of the change of heart incidents occurred at roughly the same time, that being within the last 3 months. Didn't I tell you?
No, of course you didn't.
3 months ago is around when Emma was released.
Well, Emma is being used to perpetrate the crimes, so that makes sense.
The group behind it seems shady, you think? Exploiting it?
Maybe. This seems like it'd be pretty difficult for a third party to pull off.
That company putting that thing out is suspicious as all hell. What are they called again? Madams?
Madise. Well, at least you got the mad part.
Wow, Futaba, jeez.
For what it's worth, I'm investigating on that front as well. Still, we're talking about a major corporation operating on a global scale. You can't just walk in and start poking around without reason.
You can, it's just not gonna go very well.
You haven't found anything suspicious yet?
Not yet, no. At least, nothing's come up from checking the individuals involved. If our mystery observer was connected to Madis, though, then we'd have grounds to conduct an investigation. Do you think there's someone pulling the strings in this case?
I mean...
We don't know for sure yet. The incidents are similar, but they could just as easily be unrelated.
Filing papers so they're safe during the renovations? Sounds miserable, Panic, I'm sorry.
Guess we'll have to see if the other incidents have any overlap as well. That's one of the basic rules of investigation. Find what the incidents do and don't have in common, then start narrowing things down. For now, looking into the other incidents is our best bet at scoring a lead.
This is true. We'll have to do what we can for the time being.
And if we look into the other jails and their monarchs, we might learn something new.
Then, if we're all done here, I'm heading to Sapporo to see what I can find on our next target. We'll rendezvous on the 8th. I'll contact you the day of.
Cool.
3 days. Should be an easy trip with a car.
No need to rush. The target's not even in Japan until then. Oh, right. Wasn't there a festival happening around here soon? Sendai's famous for its Tanabata festivals. Lots of good food lined up, too. Or so I
Good
hear.
food?
Yes, I did see decorations being put up here and there.
Food time. Food time.
Anyway, I'll see you in 3 days. Don't forget.
Forget what? Sorry, what?
I guess he wants us to rest up while we can.
Gramps is actually a pretty considerate guy, huh?
Well,
Eh.
since we're here, should we put on yukata and go to the festival?
Yes. 100%.
I can't help but think of our disastrous fireworks festival last year when we got rained on.
That's why we're gonna do it right this time. Besides, we didn't have Futaba or Haru with us back then.
Yeah, and this time you do, and so that will make everything okay.
Count me in. Going to a festival in a yukata sounds wonderful.
Dang it, Bubbles is gonna want Haru's yukata now. Nothing, Bubbles. Nothing, Bubbles. Can't wait.
Then we got a plan. Sophia, find us a shop that sells yukata.
I've got 4 hits. Allow me to direct you.
1 dot.
Dude, check out all the boots!
Good. That mask, Ryuji. What's jump, Papa Num? What's jump?
As one might expect from Sendai's Tanabata Festival. It's quite lively here.
Apparently, the locals call it Tanabata-san, and it's said to have originated from back in Date Masamune's time.
Hey, that's the dude from the statue, huh?
Yes, Ryuji, thank you.
He's not a dude.
Huh?
He's Lord Date Masamune, the one-eyed dragon of Oshu.
When a dragon of Oshu. Vex, welcome to the courtroom. How are you doing? And, like, only by technical definition.
Jeez, what are you, his retainer or something?
Oh, there are so many booths. It's hard to pick what to see first. What do you think?
Food. Check the mouse. Let's get some yakisoba.
I'm cool with that. I don't know why, but yakisoba from a food stand always tastes so friggin' good.
Let's hold off on the food for now. I want to check out all the booths with Lady Ann first.
Well, then you can stay here while I go get yakisoba.
Speaking of which, ain't those guys here yet?
Well, guys.
It takes time for a lady to get ready. You're not unrefined apes like the rest of you.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Who are you calling an ape? You're the unrefined one, you furball.
What, Ryuji's Featherman mask? I mean... guess it's fine.
This furball's got claws, you bonehead!
Look, both of you stop. I need both of you to calm down.
Sorry for the wait.
Lady Ann, you look absolutely gorgeous.
Morgana, I need you to chill.
Thanks, Morgana.
Sorry, tying the obi
No comments. Can I get a closer look? That seems too much. And yet... Yeah, why not?
Stop staring so much. It's embarrassing.
Aw, poor Futaba.
Absolutely picturesque. You've brought us a much-needed air of refinement.
Yeah, according to someone, we're about as unrefined as it gets.
I mean...
Wow, Ryuji, that looks really good on you. Even better than your school uniform.
You don't gotta try and make me feel better.
Too late.
You made a good choice with that mask, though. Yellow's a good match for this season.
That's orange?
I bought a water balloon myself. You gotta get one when you go to a festival.
What?
Water balloon? Oh, you mean a yo-yo?
No, isn't that called a water yo-yo?
Wait a sec. I thought it was Yo-Yo Balloon.
What?
No, it's a water balloon.
What do you call it?
What? What are you talking about? What? I don't... I call it I'm late for dinner. Like, I wanted yakisoba, and now we're debating on what a water balloon on a string is called? Like, I don't... Bubbles, I don't know. Hasumi doesn't help, I don't know. That's why I don't know how to answer this question. What do you call this thing you've never seen before in your life? What? No, and no, I don't think it's the balloons that you punch, because presumably it's got water in it. Like, look, Vex, if I wanted to do homework, be in school, not playing games. How am I supposed to Google that, Vex? Water balloon yo-yo. Okay. Yo-yo balloon. Alright. Yo-yo balloons, also known as yo-yo tsuris, are a common type of water balloon found at Matsuri festivals in Japan. Typically small, round, and colorful, the balloons are filled to a diameter of about 75 millimeters or 3 inches with air and roughly 45 milliliters or 1.6 imperial fluid ounces or 1.5 US fluid ounces of water. The balloon is clipped and tied closed and hung from an elastic string with a finger loop tied at the end. This gives them enough weight and bounce to function as a yo-yo, earning them their name. The balloons are often won in a game, yo-yo tsuri, or just yo-yo, where they are set floating in a tub of water. Players fish for balloons with a hook at the end of a twisted paper string. As the wet paper line breaks easily, the game is often likened to goldfish scooping in terms of difficulty. Okay, so it's a yo-yo balloon, according to Wikipedia. Like, okay.
See, told you. Water balloons and yo-yos are two totally different things. So it's gotta be a yo-yo balloon.
Looks like everyone's having a good time.
having a good time. I'm over here doing homework and Googling. Well, gosh dang it, Makoto, just because that sounds like fun for you.
We should have a little fun ourselves. Why don't we check out the food stands and get something to eat?
Thank you, Makoto.
Sure. I was starting to get hungry since everything smells so good.
Wait, were you just talking to Haru?
Look, they've got all the staples. Yakisoba, yakitori, shaved ice. They've even got cognac skewers. Those are huge in Tohoku.
I think it's a different kind of cognac than I'm accustomed to.
What are we waiting for? Charge!
Come on, we should get going too. I'm starving.
Oh, you're starving now that Lady Yon is willing to go to a food stand. Now you aren't. Gosh
Hell
dang it,
yeah.
cat.
Let's start from one end and get one of everything.
Sold.
Feels as if we're forgetting the spirit of Tanabata. Though I have no objections.
I want to see more of the festival too. Show me how to catch goldfish.
I don't know how to catch goldfish. I had fun with everyone at the festival. Yeah, bond increased.
That was so good.
You didn't get to see any food.
Cognac skewers, ishinomaki yakisoba, zunda cider.
Zunda cider. Bubbles. 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 Edamame cider. Oh. Ishinomaki yakisoba. I guess since we're already Googling things. How is Ishinomaki yakisoba different than just regular yakisoba? That's the real question here, guys. Huh. Let's see. Ishinomaki yakisoba. Ishinomaki City, located along the east coast of Miyagi Prefecture, is not only famous for its fisheries industry, but also for being the only place to make yakisoba stir-fried noodles using brown noodle. Huh. Unique noodle is said to have been created around 1950 by locals who wanted to develop non-sticky noodle when fried. They kneaded the dough using medium gluten flour, steamed it, and washed it with water before steaming it again. This was how the special noodle was born. The double steamed noodle, savory and spongy, is easy to absorb and capture the deep flavor of fish broth added to the steam and season the noodle. It is also said that the noodle becomes brown because kansui, an alkaline water to decide the texture and color of noodles, somehow changes during double steaming process. Huh. 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 I'm not questioning Japan now. I'm questioning what these things mean. There's a difference.
We basically ate our way through Sendai.
That's what I want. That's all I want. Just go and eat my way through places.
And it was amazing. Gotta hand it to old man Masamune. He is one cool dude.
That's lore to you. Did I do it right, Yusuke?
Get.
Am I that predictable?
Yes. 100%.
Catching goldfish seems difficult. Is there some sort of secret to catching one?
Get
Try
good,
to
scrub.
Stay calm, then strike without hesitation. Trick is to catch them once you've read their movements.
Okay, Makoto's over here being an expert hunter, I guess. I don't know what's happening.
Wow, that's impressive, Mako-chan.
You're scaring us, Mako.
I see. We'll get it next time.
Nah. What?
You're getting a call from Zenkichi.
Well, tell him to call back later. We were having fun.
Yo, you guys having fun?
Yes. We were.
Oh yeah? Good to hear. Listen, I wanted to ask you guys a favor.
Huh.
I'm already investigating in Sapporo, but before you leave Sendai, I'd like you to stop by Toho University.
Oh, and talk to that one lady who we met when we first got here? Presumably?
Tomorrow, there's going to be a session at the Mount Aoba campus.
Uh-huh. Session?
The CEO of Medis is holding a lecture there.
Oh.
I'm still looking into them at the moment, but the more info we have, the better. I'd like you to attend the lecture in my place.
Okay. What's in it for us?
I'll treat you guys to dinner or something. The food in Hokkaido is really something special, you know? And just so we're clear, don't draw any unnecessary attention to yourselves. Just go and see if the CEO says anything strange.
Don't draw any attention to yourselves, you high school kids. What else can you tell us?
His name is Akira Konoe. If he looks like a capable CEO, I'll give him that. Anyway, I'm gonna be counting on you kids. And again, try not to get carried away, alright?
Yeah.
So what did he want?
So we're running about Zenkichi's call.
Let me get this straight. This guy's running the company that made Emma?
Accurate.
This might be a good opportunity to learn something new.
Also accurate.
I suppose we'll find out at the lecture tomorrow morning.
Guess break time's over. Time to get back to work.
I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Xbox. I swear to Arceus. Promise I don't know where the remote is for the thing. The switcher? No, we had this conversation the other day. You're okay, I was just telling you. Put down here or something. Ugh. Xbox, I don't know why you have to be like this. Listen, Xbox, if you want to get used more, then just tell Microsoft to release some games. Alright? That's all I'm saying. Freaking Xbox. Oh. I put this away. I don't need this anymore. Okay, I didn't get to hear this line because of Xbox, Chan. So,
as you all know, life is just an ongoing series of daily decisions.
he sounds older than his picture.
What's for breakfast? What should I wear today? Every day begins with these insignificant little dilemmas.
Huh?
But then there comes a time to decide your field of study, your place of employment, who you're going to marry. And it's these choices that matter. Yes, people are always looking for the best choice or the correct answer. Medis seeks to provide it for everyone through the power of AI.
Okay.
Emma is a state-of-the-art AI designed to integrate itself into our everyday lives.
Sure.
By gathering and analyzing extraordinary amounts of data with perfect precision, Emma can help everyone make the best choices.
The best choices.
capable CEO seems pretty spot on.
Wow, he's so composed. He's practically overflowing with confidence.
I hate it. Make it stop.
Look how clearly he states his company's outlook and principles. He's got everyone's attention.
You're right. He's not saying anything particularly suspicious, though.
His existence is particularly suspicious.
Well, thanks to Emma, Medea's stocks have shot way up. You can bet they're one of Japan's biggest enterprises right now. That said, I feel like a company with this much going for it wouldn't have much to gain from changing people's hearts.
Oh, really?
Perhaps, but that doesn't change the fact that Emma is still a key factor in the jails. It's through Emma that people are allowed access.
Right. Medivh is connected to all of this one way or another, be it directly or indirectly.
Hey, do you think there's a real culprit behind all of this? Like, some kind of mastermind?
I guess. What do you think?
I think there is. Even if we beat the Monarchs, change their hearts, and free everyone's desires, the jails don't disappear. There's gotta be something keeping them here.
So you're saying the real culprit's the one doing that?
The real culprit's the friends we made along the way.
I don't know. But do you remember how even the Monarchs themselves didn't know much about Emma?
That's right. Alice and Natsume said the same things in their testimonies.
If that's the case, then the Monarchs might not be the only ones manipulating Emma.
Which means it could be someone at Medivh. Or our mystery observer.
Or our head honcho down there.
Or none of the
Or
above.
perhaps someone completely different.
Yeah, well, we just gotta stick to what Gramps was telling us, right? All we can do is keep solving cases and collect more info. As long as the Phantom Thieves of Hearts do what they do best, we'll set this shit straight.
Wow, Ryuji. That was pretty insightful. I'm surprised.
Wasn't it?
He's right. And in that sense, attending this lecture is a valuable use of our time. Let's make sure we pay attention all the way to the end.
But, Yagasoba.
Yo, how long was I out? So, what did the dude say?
Punch him.
Can I smack you?
Yes.
Well, he didn't exactly say anything out of the ordinary. Then again, I wouldn't expect him to trip up that easily.
Well, I'm starving, so maybe we should just head back? That guy was talking for friggin' ever.
Uh-huh.
Guys, that stuff you said earlier, was all of that true?
Guys, I knew it.
Huh?
Are you really the Phantom Thieves of Hearts?
Dang it, Ryuji. It's all your fault.
What?
You're the woman from the Beef Tongue restaurant.
Oh, Ichinose-san, right?
Haru, why do you remember her name?
You heard all that?
I'm sorry, guys. Correct answer is I'm sorry you misheard that. Not you heard it.
Well, the thing is, I'm really good at picking up when a cat meows. Honestly, I found that way more interesting than Konoe's lecture.
Goop. Okay, fair enough. Can I have one of these cookies? Balls, which one of these two cookies do you want? Do you want the one with sprinkles or the one with words? Okay. Dang it, cat. Stop talking. Not you, Pumpernickel. You can talk forever.
Me? But you guys are the ones she overheard.
Wow, wow, wow.
The hell are we gonna do?
Well, you are gonna get thrown over this balcony having such a big mouth. Play innocent.
Whoa, stop, stop. It's all right.
Is it? Is it, though? Being a cookie, guys, forgive me.
This place will be closing up soon. Let's talk more outside.
Oh! In that case, everybody just run.
Wow.
Just flee the scene.
You guys are the famous Phantom Thieves.
Seriously, Xbox? Seriously? You're gonna get yourself unplugged. Moon, Pepsi this time. Taking my heads off to do this faster. I don't know why it does this. We tried doing a system update. It said it was current. Like, I don't know. I don't know why it hates me. I think you misheard us.
Come on now. Don't try to hide it.
I think we have to.
When you guys mentioned Alice and Natsume, I imagine you were referring to Alice Hiragi and Ango Natsume from the press conferences, yes?
Yes.
Is it safe to assume those were your doing?
Ma'am, I told you, you misheard us.
Oh, and what was that about Emma giving people access to jails? Oh, is that related to everyone's hearts getting changed?
Bang, I don't think it's gonna help, but...
She heard everything.
Again, I don't know how many times I've said this. You just have to stop having these private conversations in public places.
Can we ask what you're doing here, Ichinose-san?
Oh, I told you at the beef tongue place, didn't I? I'm a researcher at the university.
What are you researching? Cognitive science?
Oh, that's right.
I'm also the one who designed the base for Emma.
Ah!
You made the base? I didn't tell you. I specialize in the research and development of artificial intelligence.
What?
He definitely didn't hear about that.
Around the time I finished developing Emma, Medice came to me with an offer to buy it.
Okay.
I was actually pretty tight on money at the time, so I went ahead and sold it.
Is this lady for real?
There we go.
Oh, by the way, that's why Medice is participating in the lecture today.
He literally went to prison one time. He was there for a few months because of it. 2 months. Month and a half.
Well, to be more accurate, the university asked me to reach out to them. I certainly didn't expect the CEO himself to show up, though.
I only got invited because of my little connection with the company. Anyhow, yeah, that's how I ended up being there to overhear everything.
So you're Emma's creator, and Medivh is simply the ones running it?
Kinda.
Oh, well, they're definitely the ones running it, but I can't say for sure if that's all they've been doing. I just designed the base. Who knows what Medivh did once I sold it to them?
Cheese bubbles. Like, I'm trying to decide if she's gonna be a problem. Also, did she create Sophia? And is it? And was Sophie the base for Emma, and that's why she was in a box inside there? You didn't see Mishra blabbing. He.
So, you know all about Emma then, right?
Naturally. It's like my baby, you know. And at the risk of tooting my own horn, it's a really good baby.
Pumpernickel, is you a really good baby?
Well, never would have expected this turn of events.
Guys, she heard you in a lecture hall full of people while someone was presenting. You don't think she's going to hear you 10 feet away?
Do you think she's telling the truth about designing Emma?
I do think it's impressive that the CEO of Medivh came to personally give a lecture. If she's the one who made it happen, doesn't that mean she has a lot of influence?
She just claimed she was the one who made it happen.
This is true. And let's not forget the university asked her to attend the lecture.
According to her.
What should we do? She could probably tell us a lot about Emma.
Not to mention she knows who we are now.
What do you think?
Let's play dumb and run for it. Let's ask her for help.
I guess it's too late to cover this up.
Then we may as well go all in and find out what we can. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
But nothing ventured, nothing lost, also.
It's settled then. We'll tell her everything.
Is all of that true?
Right. We know. It's kind of hard to believe, huh?
Hey, what if we just show her, like we did with Senkichi?
That feels excessive.
Wow! It really does exist! I mean, how else could you explain all this?
What?
So Emma functions as the entry point here, huh? No, that's... if I consider the possibilities...
She believed all that?
Yup. That seems right.
Oh, you have no idea how fascinating this is! What an incredible development!
Well, at least we don't gotta go through the trouble of convincing her.
Yes, seriously.
Ichinose-san, do you have any idea why Emma is serving as an entry point to the jails?
Not a clue.
Oh, no, couldn't tell you. I'm surprised this other world even exists. There's no way I could have thought of a way to get in if I didn't even know it existed to begin with.
Yeah, that figures. Wait, so that means that function was added later?
She only made the base.
A world where people's desires are stolen and their hearts are changed. So many questions. Oh, wait. Maybe I should be heartbroken here. My baby is being used for evil after all.
Think you can help?
How about we make a deal?
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Super Phantom Thiefy.
What? It is. But why would you know that?
I'd be glad to help however I can. And I can't say I don't feel kind of responsible for all of this. More than anything, though, I think I'd die of curiosity if I didn't get involved.
Well, we don't want you to die.
So, what do you need me to look into? Say the word and I'm on it.
Just about Emma.
Right. Well, for starters, we'd like you to find whatever you can about Emma's current state. Maybe try and figure out how it's different from the base you created.
I see. Basically, you'd like to know the secret behind this new version of Emma. And if someone's responsible, you want to know who.
Please and thank you.
Oh, hey, we found some of those mystery junk parts out there, didn't we?
What?
Maybe if she takes a look at them, we'll learn more about that world.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, so you're gonna give me a bunch of neat stuff to analyze? Yes, that's excellent. Just wonderful. In fact, I'll even buy them from you as research materials.
Well, if this is going to be a deal, then we'll need to provide something as well.
Nonsense. It's fine just the way it is. My inner researcher is just squealing with delight.
I'm like exceedingly tired, and I don't know why I'm so tired.
So, what do you say we seal the deal?
Well, Bubble said we have to seal this deal with a kiss, so come here, Ichinosi. She's pretty cute. Aw, why isn't it an option? Coffee time? I don't drink coffee, Panic. Coffee's gross. It's a deal then.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Pack rat.
Oh, yo, if she specializes in AI, maybe we should ask about Sophia, yeah?
Weird keychain earring is weird. I'm gonna say, but her keychain earring thing kind of reminds me of Hifumi's red thing. And yeah, I'm like, I like it. Like, I don't know how well it would play in real life, but at least on the anime portrait it works.
Sophia.
You know, like, you can see it's clipped around her ear, so like.
Hi, I'm Sophia, Humanity's companion. It's nice to meet you, Ichinose.
Ichinose.
This is Sophia?
Good.
Huh. It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if her eyes are telling me that she's a villain or not.
Who flipped the switch on her?
Good.
Oh, no, it's just that I've got so much on my mind right now. I guess even I'm a little confused.
Sophia's an AI we met in the metaverse. Is there anything you can tell us about her?
Oh, she's cute.
No, I can't say I know anything about her. Think you could send me her code later, though?
Huh? Oh, sure. No problem.
Here, I'll give you my contact information.
This is how we get to another jail.
Well then, I'm excited to see how this all develops. See you around!
Huh.
Well, there she goes.
There she goes again.
Would have been nice if she'd known something about Sophia.
For real.
I'm okay, as long as I can stay useful to you guys.
Guess that takes care of that.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot after all that's just happened, but we're heading to Sapporo next, right?
Right.
Yeah, we should get going. Zenkichi's waiting for us in Hokkaido.
Hell yeah! Hokkaido, here we come!
My bubbles. So when are we gonna go on the Phantom Thief road trip? We just hit up all these towns in this game, eating our way through them.
Hey!
Debating between getting Graveyard Keeper or House Flipper. Bubbles would like to. Doesn't know anything about House Flipper, but she does say that Graveyard Keeper is a ton of fun. Graveyard Keeper is enjoyable. It's weird. I don't know. I think the problem is like because every time I played it was for the charity streams, and so it was like 2 hours 1 year, 2 hours the next year. Like I kept getting lost. I was like, what am I doing? Speaking of bubbles, we need to find an opportunity to do the rest of what was paid for. Okay. Okay. Which weekend is that? So not this one, but the next one? Okay. Review once you're good and ready. Alright. Going to new cities. Once you choose to go to the next city, you will be unable to return to the city you are currently in. Make sure to buy limited items and take care of business that can only be done in that city. Unlike the cities in the real world, you can revisit past jails at any time. However, be aware that requests obtained from conversing with your friends in past cities will no longer be available to accept or complete. Heyo! Can I borrow you? Something I want to do before we go. I shall wait you at the entrance of the Mount Aoba Park Shrine. Cool.
Shouldn't we be going?
Suppose Hokkaido. You've taken care of all of your last-minute shopping and sightseeing. If you'd like, keep it trained for a bit in jail. It'll work out before a long car ride can do wonders. Thanks, Mom. Listen, Panic, I'm not saying I have really wanted to play that, but I am saying that I don't think Bubbles will remember it, but we talked about doing it, and it sounded super cool, and I wanted to play it.
Hmm?
Dr. Decker's, I think it's the mysterious case of Dr. Decker. Oh, no, the infectious madness of Dr. Decker? I don't know. It was an FMV game. It's those ones where it's like live action. Like, all the gameplay is done by actors and your interactions change what the scene is, and but it was a like a it's supposed to be a mystery where, like, assuming I'm thinking of the right game, where you are talking to these people. It's presumably in a shrink's office, and you're talking to, I think it's Dr. Decker's patient, his former patients, because I think he's dead. And you're trying to figure out what happened by figuring out what kind of questions to ask these people and trying to learn new information to know what questions to ask. Like, I'll have to find the trailer again so I can show it to you. You're fine. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, it's been out for a bit. Panic pointed out it's like a little over $4 right now on Fanatical. So Gianna Morgana. Those skeptical woman. It's bash Natsume now. To tell you the truth, I was a little impressed. Whether drew by the Phantom Thieves or not, apologizing like that takes guts. Maybe I'll skim through his book next time I see one on the shelves. At least take a glance at the title. Good. Futaba! There you are! Can you get a picture on this cutout board before we head out? It's a great photo op, so it'd be a real waste not to. Go ahead and call Denari over too, so you should join in. Let's do it. Hey, thanks! Let's start making some memories. Okay, without further ado, it's time to play Who Looks More Like Date Masamune? In the blue corner we have Inari.
That's fine.
I don't quite follow, but I'll do my best. How's this? Whoa, this is crazy. You do look like him. Looking good, Yusuke. It's like he's wearing armor. How interesting. What's up, Masamune?
Very well.
Can't say I don't like the sound of that. Still something missing.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I know. Ren, you get the other one. What? I'm holding the camera.
That's it.
Here comes the princess. Cute couple.
Something is amiss.
Ren, is it just me, or are we being exploited for her entertainment? Yup. It's all part of the road trip. Well, if you say so.
Right.
Yeah, it looks great. Maybe you could get a little more into the role? Like this?
Aww.
Nope, not even close. Look, Inari, you're Lord Date Masamune. As ruler of the Tohoku region, everyone's throwing mad respect your way. You gotta own it.
In that case.
See, perhaps like this. Think you can win the respect of your people like that? And how about this? Go. Sorry, you actually kind of freaked me out. Good. We're gonna have fun at the photo stand-in.
Oh,
That was adorable.
listen up.
This Kuoni Shinosi seems like a pretty big name in the AI field. So she's a computer expert who can apparently blow off the whole world around her during a rant? Verdict of an ex-shut-in? Sounds like she might not be the most social butterfly in the garden. Yeah, but she's really cute.
Maybe that means.
Oh, don't worry. She's got a whole bunch of new friends now. Plenty of experience breaking through to people. Hey, don't sell the power of social anxiety short. What I will say, fellow geek is easier than anyone else for me to talk to.
Come on.
She's gonna do the Phantom Thieves a world of good. So we should just let her do her thing for now while we get to Hokkaido.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know 2 million people come to Tanabata here in Sendai every year? 2 million people. Less than that, I assume. Pretty sure. For those crowds we saw yesterday, I buy it. Man, can you imagine if we came here last year? I'd have been KO'd in an instant. But now, I can even go souvenir shopping all on my own, no problem. I mean, yeah, it's because I know you're all here nearby, but still. By the time this trip's over, I'll be strolling through the crowds all by myself, whistling a little tune. And then, she'll cower at my might. Oh, Futaba. You're so precious. Recently, our visitors' count has returned to normal. There seems to be less concern among the people. This is all according to the will of Lord Date Masamune. feel like we need a victory charm. It's a little weird. I see it. See, I see DWD. Sorry, Bubbles was pulling up the logo for the Ohio State Fair. And she's pulling up the Ohio State Fair and realized that they changed the logo.
Hi,
and so now it
welcome.
doesn't look quite right.
Is that all for today? Thank you, there.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Is that what you'd like? Here you are.
Sesame
Is that what you'd like?
dumplings!
Here you are.
Salsa Kamaboko!
It's a popular product. Thank you very much. Come again.
Find all the things. Yo, I'm thinking of hit a ramen joint before we roll out. Apparently Sendai's all about the spicy miso ramen? Maybe I've never heard of it way before the trip? Should grab one last bowl for yourself if you think you'll miss it. Let's go grab some spicy miso ramen then? Man, do we really have to leave already? We're so busy, I feel like we barely got to do anything here. Definitely looking forward to our next stop though. Sapporo is the place for ramen, baby. The place for ramen. I'm gonna go for some ramen.
What would you like today? Is that all you need? Thanks, dear. Thank you.
How may I help you?
Look, why can't I get a Zunda Supreme? I want a Zunda Supreme. Ma'am? I demand a Zunda Supreme. So that's sweet, sweet Yutan.
Oh, that's good. Here you are.
Yutan bento.
Here you are. Then
Yutan
come again.
ingredient. Ladion. All signs and posters of Natsume are already gone. It's like he was never here. I wonder if that means he never actually had anyone in his corner.
Wait, please hold on.
That is not the case. I found a number of posts online where people are supportive of Natsume. Oh. In that case, I think he'll make it just fine in the end.
Hey there.
Who knows? Maybe he'll publish another book at some point? I'd be willing to give it a read. Although, second thought, I'm not so great with print. I think I'd still be supportive if I waited for the movie version to come out. I feel that. I mean, why would someone want to read? That's what nerds do. Bubbles was too distracted to look at me angrily. It's too late.
What a coincidence.
Look, Ren. Is it a botched decoration?
Beautiful.
Maybe a standard tourist souvenir. I find it still has a certain elegant charm.
Apparently, these festival decorations are not solely for display. Individuals may write down their own wishes and tie them to the branches. Common wishes include the happiness and success of family and loved ones.
I see. How do... Yusuke! You live here! How do you not know this? Not like here. Like...
Yes.
Shall we display... Shh. What say we display this one in the RV, Ren? considering how wishes and desires are one and the same, would make a rather fitting souvenir for our trip. Tanabata decoration!
I've been thinking.
Money, power, fame, these are what warp a person's true desires. Those are what makes staying true to one's heart so important. True to your heart, you must be true to your heart. That's when our hands will part. Baby, shower you with my love. What was?
What you looking for?
I don't know if you know there's a festival. Because they're all... so that they don't have to make that many models for background characters? Yeah. Like, all those guys in Yukatas are the same too. They're just in a darker color so they don't stand out as much. And like this one, the slightly older woman, they're, yeah.
It's good.
Do you think you'd found some great conspiracy?
Will that be all? Thank you so. Will that be all?
Nope.
Here you are.
It might be, but I'm pretty sure it's just a...
Come again.
Guten ice cream.
Can I help
Or pineapple. I'm offended. Pineapple's gross.
Good day.
Had a great time at the festival yesterday. In fact, I haven't had that much fun in a good long while. And all the food was great. I noticed everyone gorging themselves more than usual. Was the food especially delicious?
Food is always especially delicious during festivals. Why? No good reason. I want to see Sophia completely grasp the concept of artistic sense, completely overshadow Yusuke. Rude, Nhab, but also would be hilarious.
Well, it was good. I think it was the lively atmosphere that made it so easy to get a little wild. Dazzling lights, the colorful decorations, the roaring of the drums in the crowd, my head buzzing from all the laughing. All of these things came together to make a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
And so,
Got it. Fun things make for special memories.
Aww. Just so cute.
This is the last we'll see of the Tanabata decorations for the year. We should take a lot of pictures.
How do you take pictures?
Allow me to take your order. Stay safe.
Well, oh, that's
Take this packed yakisoba.
Thanks a bunch. Please come back.
Both you thought the Gyuchan ice cream was disgusting. How like some Gyuchan soda? Food is always especially delicious. Worm's got in his bank. Oh, totally admitted to it. Well, seems like Bookworm will be back up and running in no time. Yeah, Van Thieves are the greatest. We know. We know. Okay, we need the Gyuchan burger.
Be it to go, or here you go. Thank you.
Well, hello. So that's what you're getting? Thank you very much.
Okay, we've got a lot of Gyuchan.
Recommend that. Can you hold all that? So that's what you're getting?
A
Thank
lot
you
of
very much.
onions and
Would you recommend
rice.
that? Thank
Look
you
at all
very
this
much.
salmon
Thank you
and
very much.
pork.
Stop by again.
Okay, I think we've gotten everything. Alright, Makoto. I guess we don't need to talk to you. Now then. Hop in the camper.
This is the request. You're already working on this one.
Let's see. Junk parts become easier to obtain. I assume that's something useful to have. Alright.
Let's get to work.
What should we make?
What are you going to make?
Let's move on to the next
What are you
city.
gonna do?
Are we heading out? Let's go. Alright, let's do this.
So, how long to Sapporo?
From here, it'll take approximately 12 hours under normal
Ooh.
driving conditions, as well as a trip by ferry.
That's a long drive. Trip to our next destination. Place of ramen. Yeah.
No way! I thought we were closer than that.
Let's get moving, peeps.
Guess we'll have to stop and snooze another night before we get there.
Even after landing in Hokkaido, we still have a long drive ahead of us. Will you be alright, Mako-chan?
No.
Don't
Dead.
worry, I'll be able to power the whole way through.
You rock, Makoto. I like that energy.
Makoto, pace yourself. I don't want you taking a point of exhaustion. Few hours later, a certain parking area.
I have to admit, I'm kind of exhausted.
Makoto, what did I just get on saying? No exhaustion. Don't push yourself too much.
Thanks. I should be fine after a little rest.
Don't do what Bubbles and I did and almost die. Never, ever doing that again. Mm-hmm. Assuming it even happens.
That's true. We were in the camper all day. We definitely owe you a break.
Oh, license. None of the only people who have a license in that RV are Makoto and Haru. And Haru only just got hers. It's like you don't listen to what I said. The only people
Sorry for asking too much of you, Mako-chan. I wish I could drive in your stead.
Don't you worry about me. Driving's a responsibility I enjoy.
I just wish it was a motorcycle instead of an RV.
Plus, it's nice listening to everyone chatter away in the back. Keeps me alert and motivated.
And we
Makoto.
will find a way to repay your devotion.
How about snacks?
Ryuji, massage her shoulders at once and procure
Yep.
the finest self-serve money can buy.
The finest soft serve that money can buy will cost $3 instead of the normal $2.
On it! Wait, why does it have to be me?
Because you're still standing. Now, mush mush.
I'll massage you too before bed. I know this technique that works wonders on sore muscles. Us models use it all the time.
Oh. Oh, the girls are going to be massaging each other. Oh.
That'd be great. I could use a good massage.
Makoto, I need to apologize.
Oh.
What? Why?
Because I can't help you. Even though I know how effective physical stimulation is at treating fatigue.
Aww. Sophia.
But I'm all digital, and therefore incapable of massaging.
Unless we go into jail.
An AI that can't provide assistance cannot be humanity's companion. I'm as worthless as a book.
Oh, Sophia.
Sophia? Are you going through mood swings or something?
You are far from worthless.
Yeah, no need to be so hard on yourself. You've been a great deal of help so far. We owe you a lot, Sophia.
You mean it? That makes me happy.
She recovered quickly.
And I do want to try this soft serve you speak of.
Okay, I can't feed it to the phone.
Her mood swung right back to normal.
Yeah.
Makoto, you look spent. I say we call it a day the moment we reach Hokkaido.
In that case, we should treat ourselves to some local cuisine for dinner.
Oh, I've always wanted to try wasabi soda.
Wasabi soda. Bubbles, you can't pass on all the sodas.
No thanks.
On the road again.
Hang in there, Makoto. Sapporo's just a stone's throw away.
How far are you throwing that stone?
I hear you. Hokkaido sure is vast, isn't it?
Kodo, they're passing us. Come on.
Fast enough to call it huge Kaido by my reckoning.
Boo.
It's supposed to be a lot cooler up here, so hopefully that means no more stuffy, sleepless nights.
You said it. There's nothing more hellish than sleeping in a hot, sweaty tent crammed with dudes.
Hellish indeed. We're so overheated we nearly stripped naked by morning time. I found it obscenely refreshing.
Good.
Just make sure you keep the nudity inside the tent, please.
Aw, poor Haru. Tried pouring melted ice cream into the charging port. Not, I haven't, Anhab, but at that point, once it's melted, is it still soft serve? Sapporo.
Hello, Sapporo!
Softer serve. Gosh dang it, Anhab.
So this is Sapporo
I think it's
Central
wet serve
City,
at that point.
a bustling outpost of civilization, cradled by the untamed wilderness.
Hey, you think they're still doing the snow festival?
I mean, it's August.
Are you seriously that dumb?
Good.
Well, it certainly is cooler here than Tokyo. It should be a nice change of pace.
I know we just got here, but I want to check whether there's a jail nearby. Sophia?
Good.
I do smell a jail. An intense one.
Oh, goody.
Just like Gramps said.
Just as the prophecy foretold.
That means whoever Zenkichi's looking into is the monarch of Sapporo.
He's being a butt balls. Ooh.
Then may I suggest we comb the area for intel?
Fine.
Before that, I think we should hit the bath. Seriously, I've been feeling all gross since yesterday.
Monarch of Sapporo sounds like an opera. You're not wrong, Inhab. I'd watch that opera.
Agreed. It would be nice to freshen up a little first. Then Then let me help. I've already located a bathing facility only 500 meters from here.
500 meters? That's like half a kilometer. Tell me how I'm wrong, Bubbles. See that look? Tell me how I'm wrong. How's that misleading?
Wow, Sophia, you work quick.
Guess it's bath time for you guys then. In the meantime, I'll be on the prowl for that intel.
Don't worry, Mona-chan. I'll rinse you down as soon as we're done.
Aww.
But what? No, I can clean myself just fine.
So you are a cat.
It's just as the data says. Cats hate getting wet.
Pumpernickel, where are you? Do you hate getting wet?
Don't lump me in with those other furballs. I demand you give your data a full rewrite.
I mean, you hate getting wet.
I'd like to try a bath. Would someone mind bringing this phone in?
No, please do not do so.
Wouldn't the hot water, like, wreck it? Along with you inside?
I'm gonna wreck it.
I'm sure we can work out the details. Now, Sophia, will you guide us there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you are. So do you hate getting wet? Huh? You're just gonna glare at me from atop your castle? This is Odori Park. It's famous for its fountain and TV tower. Bathhouse is in a place called Suzushino. It should only be a short walk away from here, so let's get going. Where is the vending machine? Ah. Really? There's a fence there. Come on, game. Alright. We have new requests.
This is the request. You're accepting this request?
Oh, so these ones can be done over and over again. Okay.
You're accepting this request?
So large Shibuya, a smelly underground area. There's a bunch of small rooms lined up. Okay.
Time to get to work. You're doing this one?
Use weapon shop. Defeat Hypixie! More weapons become available. Ooh.
Time to get to work. You're doing
Defeat
this one?
armor shop. Defeat 5 Orthrus.
Okay, let's do our best. You're doing this one?
Collection Part 1. Deliver chipped microchip. Hope you don't mind me minding up our way. Like to analyze some of the mysterious junk. Enough.
Okay, let's do our best. You're doing this one?
Defeat Nightmare Dragon Ongo again. Unlocks level cap for bond skill. Ooh.
Time to get to work. You're accepting this request? Time to get to work. You're doing this one?
Succubus.
Let's do our best. You're doing this one?
And this one is... Oop. Oh, I've maxed out my requests. Well, should we... Oh,
This is the
but I
request.
can
You're already working on this one.
turn this one in.
Good job! You're doing this one? Time to get to work.
Go. Jeez. Oh. All right, let's see here. Let's grab. To these alien brand jelly.
Oh.
Oh, what's this one? A corn wagon? Freshly boiled corn, grilled corn, boiled corn. I can't believe it's not corn. Last one was a joke.
Is that all? Hey, oh, that's good. Is that all? Here you are. Thanks. Oh, that's here you are. Thanks, and come again.
Ooh, a gelato shop. Go for some gelato.
Hey there. That's what you're getting. Thanks for your business.
Strawberry gelato, banana gelato,
So dang.
juice.
We've got whatever you need. That's a popular choice. Here are your items. Is that all for today? Here are your items. That's a popular choice. Here are your items. Stop by again, okay?
Alright, there we go. Oh.
Mommy, do you think Kaho-chan will like these?
Well, that looks depressing.
I do. She'll say, "Thank you for the pretty flowers."
If only heaven wasn't so far away, then maybe I could see her.
Child, don't do this. Don't do this to us.
Did something happen over there?
They're leaving flowers. Maybe somebody passed away.
Now that you mention it, I do recall there was an accident on the news. Something about a snow sculpture collapsing in Odori Park. It ended up taking a young girl's life. Maybe that was where it happened.
Well, that's sad.
I can only imagine the sorrow her family must be suffering.
Yeah. What's wrong? Are we not taking a bath anymore?
Aw, Sophia. Starve me, Bubbles. Don't you starve me.
Now we're in Suzushino, which is apparently a haven for pedestrians around this time. I wonder why it's so crowded though. Everybody's talking about voting.
Let's go.
No matter. Back to the bathhouse. Just go straight for a bit and then take a right and you'll be there.
I can take your order whenever.
There's no special gagger. Okay, so it's a sweet shop is only open at night. Ooh. Where are you? Pharmacy. Ooh. Oh gosh, that's expensive.
That's what you like. Is that all you need? It's all yours.
A patch.
Is that all you need? It's all yours.
We definitely need the soulful jelly. Jeez. Sorry guys. Let's jump up now. Let's jump up, but oh my gosh. Yakitori restaurant. It's only open at night.
How can I help you?
Okay. Ooh.
You done?
Tuna.
Want your receipt?
Lamb meat.
Here you go.
Making some gyros. Fleur.
All. Want your receipt?
Butter, sugar. Butter, sugar. Fleur.
You done?
Miso.
Here you go. You
Some
done?
cabbage.
Want your receipt? You done? Want your receipt? You done? Here you go. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay. Jeez. Alright.
I'll just add this.
We're gonna try and get to 11 o'clock, guys. And might stop there, because I'm just... It's not... working super well.
Yes.
Okay, we're here. Oh, what a fancy spot! Okay, get yourself cleaned up.
This is paradise.
I'll say, the heat has crept into my bones.
Oh, Yusuke. What's the place near LeBlanc?
Yeah, that bath was pretty solid. We should go again when we're in town. Anyways, it's nice having a bath like this all to ourselves. Can't get that at home.
What's more,
Yeah, no,
we're in the
right,
middle
you're
of
right.
a long journey. We must take proper measures to recover our strength and stamina.
Covering stamina like sleeping.
Whoa, On! Are those CGI?
Good. Can hear voices coming from the girl's side.
What cheat codes did you use to get those? Dieting life hacks? You're so skinny, yet...
Could you stop drawing attention to me? Go bother Haru instead. Hers are no different.
Oh.
Stop it!
Dude.
Aru, not bad. These could knock someone flat.
Futaba, honey, this is amazing.
Could you please keep it down? Remember, it's not only us in here.
Looking good, Ryuji.
Aw, thanks. I've been really working these abs. Wait, what?
Worth it.
Man, this water feels great. Morgana really should have been here.
Sophia might like it as well, though being incorporeal may pose a challenge.
So you say Morgana should have been here. You know where Morgana is? Morgana might be looking in on the other side. 'Cause he's a cat, and so can do that. Ain't that right, Pumpanump? You's a cat, you could do whatever you want, can't you?
She really is a mystery, ain't she? What are your thoughts on her?
She's humanity's companion.
That much is obvious, but didn't she say something about wanting to understand people's hearts?
Ah, the heart of mankind. Try as I may, I have yet to depict its full essence in my paintings. It hides both darkness and light, mingling beauty and atrocity in its depths. Try as you may to unravel it, its enigma grows deeper still.
Not sure I can comment on that.
Good.
But I do know Sophia gets along with all of us. Gets me thinking she might not need to worry about all that heart stuff.
Pumpanumps. She doesn't show she can grow.
That is indeed a logical conclusion, particularly for a sentient program. Understanding the heart would certainly prove helpful.
Yeah, what you said. She seems pretty dead set on it, too.
She got down.
If that's what Sophia has decided, we should lend her our full support. She is our precious ally, after all.
Get down off the wall.
True enough. She could use all the help she can get. Damn, heat's starting to get to me. Want to ditch the bath and grab some milk coffee?
Pumpernickel, stop it. Stop climbing that wall. Pump! Enough. Yeah, you. I can see you over there. Yeah, I could see you. I could see you, you goober. She just came over here. She was, first it looked like she was climbing up, like, the bookcase. Not the bookcase, but the fish stand. And then it was the far wall. And then it was the corner. Oh. Strawberry milk.
Whoa, that sounds good too. Now I can't make up my mind.
You're welcome. What were you wanting? Milk coffee. Milk coffee's gross because coffee's disgusting.
I protest. We are in Hokkaido, as you may recall. It would be a sin to forego its fresh dairy offerings for some artificial substitute.
What?
To appreciate it properly, we must partake right as it's squeezed from the udder, the way farmers have done for millennia.
Is Yusuke gatekeeping us on milk? Yusuke? Honey.
Yeah. Knock yourself out, man. All right. Body and mind refreshed.
That bath was just what we needed. Thanks for suggesting this place, Sophia. No problem. Glad I could be of service.
Morale. Yeah, they're Pumper Butt.
I noticed you guys were pretty quiet.
What?
Oh, well, you know.
Huh?
You have a phone call from Zenkichi.
Don't want to talk to him.
Greetings. You are now speaking to the long arm of a bull. So, you guys in Sapporo yet?
Nope. Who is this?
Zenkichi Hasegawa. Come on, you know it's me.
I'm sorry, sir. I think you have the wrong number. Number you've dialed is currently unavailable or has traveled outside the contact area.
Anyway, I wanted to set up a meeting. How about I swing by the RV in the evening?
Fine.
Zenkichi's gonna meet us? Then let's go be ready for him.
He'll never see it coming. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Pumpernickel.
Now that we're all together, let's talk about the Monarch of Sapporo. Our suspect's name is Mariko Hyodo. Oh, and wait for it. She's the mayor of Sapporo Central.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Our target's a mayor? No way! Wouldn't that make her the most influential person in Sapporo?
How could someone like that be a monarch?
Shido wasn't so different.
This is true. Such things have happened before.
Yeah, come on, guys.
How'd you find out she's the one?
Because everybody's suddenly in love with her.
I want to do it.
Mayor Hyodo's approval rating now sits at a lofty 88%. She gained 50 points in the last 2 months alone.
Did you say 50? So she got crazy popular out of nowhere?
Yeah, why not?
More than just crazy. It's unheard of.
There's more. Last month, 3 city councilmen who opposed her bill admitted to corruption and resigned. Any remaining councilmen who opposed her suddenly became her most fervent advocates. Not to mention the elections coming up. It's all too convenient.
All too easy.
Rumor has it, Hyodo wants to expand her political influence to the national level. PubSec's been investigating that. But, alas. We haven't run across any solid leads just yet. So, what do you make of all this?
Someone's changing hearts, sounds
Bingo.
like.
And that's where you come in.
It is suspicious, I will admit.
But we'd need a keyword to confirm whether she's a monarch or not.
That won't be a problem. She's already referenced Emma several times in her speeches. Meaning there's a good chance she's been announcing her keyword in public.
I mean, it's a good way to get a lot of people.
So you're saying we can find out her keyword if we go see her speak?
Very likely, yes. In fact, Yodo's gonna be in Suzushino on the 10th making a speech.
Ooh.
Since it's close to the election, the crowds may well be in the thousands.
That's a rip.
If she is indeed changing people's hearts, then perhaps this is no surprise.
Is
What, Haru?
something wrong, Haru? No, it's just... it's hard to explain. Mariko Hyodo. The name seems familiar somehow.
Of course it does.
I mean, she is the mayor of town. Maybe you've heard her name on TV.
Possibly. Sorry, let's put that aside for now.
Whatever you do, don't try and contact her directly. I'm saying this to keep you safe. It'll be a downright pain in the ass if she finds out we're onto her. I suggest you enjoy your leisure time until the day of the speech.
Yes, leisure time. Leisure time.
Hey, should we tell him what happened with Ichinose-san? She's an important part of our investigation now.
Let's see. Yeah, you should probably know.
All right.
You two have something you
Papa
want to
know?
share? You made a deal with the inventor of Emma?
Technically, she didn't invent Emma. She just invented the base for
Wait,
Emma.
hold on. That's Kuan Ichinose, you said? Where have I heard that before? Right, she was on my report. Ichinose's the one who wrote Emma from scratch.
Yes.
Were you looking into her?
I was looking into Medice, actually. Wasn't long before her name popped up. The famous inventor who sold off Emma to Medice. Tell me, how'd you get cozy with someone like that?
Oh, well, I guess it just sorta happened?
Good.
What matters is her familiarity with Emma. If anyone abuses it, she could help us find out who and why.
Only Ichinose knows Emma's ins and outs, no matter what version it is.
Makes sense. The report didn't make her out to be somebody dangerous.
I mean, 'cause she's probably
And while
not.
she does sound like a valuable source of info, I really want you guys to be more careful about this operation. I'm trusting you guys a lot by sharing all this classified intel. So I'd prefer you don't go creating liabilities like this behind my back.
Nope, gonna do it. Gonna make so many liabilities.
Understood. We'll take your advice to heart.
Good. And besides, shouldn't I be your go-to guy for help? Seeing you guys run off making confidants left and right makes me feel like a lonely old man.
I mean, you know.
Are you trying to gain our trust or get attention?
Yes.
Hate to say it, Gramps, but we do shit on our own because your help only gets us so far.
What? It's not my fault I'm not an expert on all this cognitive mumbo-jumbo. And would it kill you to ditch the Gramps? I'm as fly as any one of you kids.
Good. I enjoyed listening to you choke on that. No.
At least say something.
They go tease a statement.
I don't need your pity.
Say something. I don't need your pity.
You're the one bringing it up.
Never mind that. Point is, there's a speech on the 10th, and I'm counting on you to be there.
I wish there was something we could do until then. I'm not a fan of waiting.
What else can we do but be prepared and keep ourselves in top condition? It's like Zenkichi said earlier. Let's enjoy our leisure time and make the most of our trip.
Hey, since we're in Hokkaido, we should shout out on seafood.
Seafood.
I hear Hokkaido soup curry is also not to be missed.
Soup curry.
I'd like to visit the former government office. Their flowers are supposed to be breathtaking.
Okay, then I'll set a route that takes us to each of those destinations.
Thanks, Sophia. The directions are all yours tomorrow.
We believe in you, Sophia. You got this. So close. Oh.
Check it out. It's actually pretty hip for such an old place.
Pretty hip.
It was once the main office for the Hokkaido government. Now it remains a symbol of the island and an important cultural property.
Simply marvelous. There's a stillness and symmetry here that ignites my artist's soul.
Of course it does. Fly, even.
And the garden is so lovely. How many kinds of flowers do you think there are?
At least 3?
What's going on over there?
This flower is completely wilted. How could you overlook this?
Oh, goody.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. It's just this summer's been much hotter than last year.
Spare me your excuses. This flower bed is one of the city's main points of attraction. Have you forgotten you work for the most powerful woman in Sapporo Central? Perhaps you won't much longer.
Please, no! I'll do anything to fix this.
You can keep your eyes glued to these flowers around the clock for all I care. Just do not let this happen again.
Then that's what I'll do, Mayor.
Jeez, that's one scary lady.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Did he just call her mayor?
Good.
Oh, are you all here for sightseeing? I'm sorry you had to witness such unprofessional behavior from our staff during your visit.
No problem.
Oh, no.
Could it be? Your Haru-chan?
Huh?
Nani?
Of course you wouldn't recognize me. You were tiny the last time I saw you. It's me, Mariko Hyodo. Your father, President Okumura, was a very good friend of mine.
Hyodo? She's the mayor?
Yeah, of course she is, guys. Pay attention.
Okay, guys, don't panic.
Oh,
The one and only.
Yes. Oh, that lifts my heart. It's been ever so long.
Haru, do you know this lady?
Apparently.
Yes, of course I do. She used to come visit me back when I was little.
Adorable.
Mari-san was one of my father's clients. They used to go golfing all the time. And she'd always keep me company whenever I was bored or lonely.
Aww.
Some freaking coincidence.
Ooh, you got that right.
Haru-chan, I'm so sorry about what happened to your father.
Oh, no. Thank you for your concern.
Well, if there's anything that's been troubling you, you know that I'm here for you with open arms.
I appreciate you saying that, but I'm okay. I have good people managing my company, and I'm working hard to finish my degree. And while I'm grateful to be surrounded by such wonderful people, I still have to walk on my own 2 feet.
Haru-chan, my, how you've grown.
How you've grown, Haru.
Mari-san, I'm not a little kid anymore.
You sure?
Oh, please forgive me. It seems my emotions got the better of me. Now then, are you here visiting with your friends? I hope you're all enjoying Sapporo to the fullest.
I mean, we had a lovely bath yesterday.
Rest assured, my staff is working hard to make Sapporo a beautiful and worthwhile destination for all. Don't just stare at the ground. Replace these hideous flowers at once.
Rude.
I'm on it.
Goodness. The moment I turn away, they all start slacking off. I'm sorry you had to see it. Now, as much as I'd like to keep chatting, there are preparations to be done.
Oh, preparations, like preparation H.
This election has kept me busy night and day. But do let me know if there's any way I can help.
Poor Haru.
Sorry to be so blunt, but she seems really two-faced.
Mari-san, you used to be so kind to everyone.
You think maybe she's not the monarch we're after?
I don't know. We just saw her go apeshit on that guy. Normal people don't get pissed over plants.
You don't know.
Are you okay, Haru?
Yes, I'm fine. Just a little surprised is all. Oh, and sorry I didn't get her keyword. I was preoccupied.
I mean, that's fair, Haru. I guess. Dang it, Inhab. Nothing to apologize for.
Yeah, it's like we discussed. We'll hear it when she makes her speech.
Makoto's right. Our chance will come. For today, let's go around asking for rumors on Hyodo and make that our objective. Yes, I'd like to find out what changed her.
Fair enough. Nighttime. So there's all kinds of people here. And there are all kinds of rumors too.
we want is any kind of info that points to Mariko Hyodo being a monarch. Let's go. And I think we're saving the investigation for next time because I'm having, I think, pretty obvious issues. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. As always, it's appreciated. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Means it's Minecraft Day, but I can't tell if everyone's like done with the crafting of mines again or not, because like I feel like we had a thing and then it was gone. But tomorrow will be a Minecraft stream. I don't know if it's deserted, but I think we've had a drop off of participants. How about we word it like that again? So I know last time I went on there it was, but I don't know. And then last week when we played, it was just me, Doug, Jump, and Crimson, and then Crimson even ducked out early. So, but we'll see. We're not killing it yet, but yeah, I think it covers it. Thank you all so much for watching this, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this stream is adjourned. Good night, everybody.